It is Monday, which means it's time for Chamber Talk. Every Monday morning, we reserve time for the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce. Mindy McAdams slides in the studios to kind of give us maybe a recap of last week, some of the highlights, and what's on tap this week. And this week, I know what you're consumed by, so let's go back last week to the Business After Hours, A Taste of India.
Spice of India,
Oh,
yes.
Spice of India.
It was amazing. I couldn't believe all of the food that she had out for people to try. It was a really great turnout. I think a lot of people came and tried food they'd never had before. I'm now hooked on this cilantro thing that I could literally just drink. It could just be a drink for me. It's for dipping spring rolls in, but it was amazing. Oh my gosh, and the most amazing chai pudding I've ever had in my whole life. It had little slivers of almonds in it and some kind of fruit that I wasn't 100% sure what it was, but it was awesome. And she was so beautiful in her little outfit. It was just a great time.
One of the great things about that Business After Hours is it was an opportunity to show people something that they probably had no idea existed. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And out there's so much.
There are probably people listening right now that don't know what we're talking about.
Exactly. And there's so many things happening in that old telegroup building. You know, we've got Quiet Owl Marketing, which has expanded. That we got to talk to Jesse while we were there, and he's now got a second business office that he's rented out there because they're expanding so much.
All right. So that
and
was
Werner Elmker's studio is out there. We went and did some played in his studio for a hot minute.
the photo laureate at Fairfield.
That's right.
All right. So that was Thursday, or that was last Thursday. But then this Thursday, you're consumed by the annual awards banquet, which gets underway Thursday evening. Just a quick reminder that it's the awards banquet, the theme Denim and Diamonds.
I was very disappointed in your weather forecast. I'm pretty sure that I didn't order rain to go with the awards banquet. I'm sure that I didn't click that button.
Well, here's the deal. Thursday, sunny, 67, 90% chance of showers Thursday night after 1 a.m.
Okay, then we're good. Okay,
right,
I'm
off the hook.
You are now my favorite again. Yes, we are all hands on deck for awards banquet. I spent my weekend going through name tags and doing some design work. We're picking up programs today. We're having our rental tables delivered today. So many moving pieces. So if you're calling the chamber this week and it is not about the awards banquet, if you could call next week, that would be fabulous.
All right.
And our office will be closed on Wednesday and Thursday in preparation for the awards banquet.
Well, just in time for the awards banquet, you've got an extra set of hands in the office, so I'm going to let you take over.
Perfect. Thanks, Steve. Good morning, Miss Lindsey Waugh.
Good morning, Mindy.
I'm so glad that you have returned to the chamber family.
As am I.
So tell me, where have you been?
I have been raising 3 little kids. They are age 6, 4, and 1, and they have, as you can imagine, kept me incredibly busy these last 6.5 years. But I cannot begin to describe how happy I am to be back and what a smooth transition it's been.
It was wonderful. I saw your application roll in and I was like, oh, we don't have to start at square -20.
Yes, I felt the same way when I saw the job posted. I really wasn't even looking for a job. It just was perfect timing. It was calling my name. I always loved my position at the chamber. I loved being in Fairfield and being involved in all of the amazing events that we do and meeting so many people. And it feels like I've just picked right up where I left off. In some ways. Some ways it's exactly the same. In some ways it's changed quite a bit.
I was going to say, you've been gone for 6.5 years, so a lot of things have probably changed. Like, it's not the week that will be anymore. It's chamber chatter.
Yes, we were just talking about that.
Was a little bit of a snafu. You'll get your chamber chatter a little late this week. Just bear with us. We were all hands on deck for awards.
And I'm also still figuring out the struggle of being a stay-at-home mom and balancing everything. But I love the flexibility of this job. You've been nothing but accommodating, and I think that we complement each other very well.
Absolutely. So what are some changes that you've been excited to see?
Excited to see
in the chamber. Because I know you talked about how you really like the new back-end database.
Oh, yes. Our website was the first thing I noticed once I really got in there. It is so much more user-friendly. It invites our members to be a lot more proactive about how they want to get the most out of their membership. They can log in on their own and update their own events and calendar events. They can change if they have new employees, a new management, a promotion, they can do all of that on their own, which does free up some of the office time for us to do other things.
Absolutely. So if you're a chamber member and you have not logged in, it's critical that you log in because that email address gets all of your billing, all of your updates, all of your newsletters. So make sure we've got the correct contact information. You can assign more than one person now, which was something we could never do before. One person could be the login. And when that person left, a lot of times people didn't know what the login was or how to get there or any of that. And now they can have more than one.
Exactly. You can also upload your logos. And we know that things change a lot in your business as it grows and changes. So we want to be and have the most up-to-date information.
So what are you most looking forward to this year?
I believe it's going to be the Leadership Fairfield changes because that was something that I held near and dear to my heart and I was involved in. I went through the program, and what's been so delightful coming back is seeing people from each of those sessions from each year being promoted within, like Jason Davis. I think he was in the first year. And now,
one of the first ones.
Now he's grown a lot in his career at Agra, and lots of them are on our board. They're some of our ambassadors. I really like seeing that integration, and it sounds like we have some big plans for a reunion and taking that to the next level.
Absolutely, absolutely. Golf tournament, which is, I'm so glad you're here before the golf tournament because I can't clone myself, and I've tried really hard over the years to give equal time to boys and girls. So this year, you'll get to take on part of that.
Yes, I started really at the best time. With the awards banquet, of course, I really get a full-on immersion of the business community.
You get thrown off the deep end, let's be honest.
No, it's good. I get to meet everybody in one shebang this week. Not next week, this week. And then the golf tournament is another really fun event that we get to know people and just have a fun day for the chamber.
And we will start rolling out information about getting signed up for the golf tournament as soon as the awards banquet is done.
Yes.
There'll be some changes coming to the ladies after we spoke to most all of the ladies that played last year and the year before. We are going to make some changes to make that more fun.
Yep.
And the party sounds like it's going to be a great time.
Yes, it always is.
So what's some other, do you feel like you're getting acclimated well?
Yes, I do.
Everybody knows you, by the way.
That's what I miss. I've told people that I took my job very seriously as a stay-at-home mother. I stayed at home, and I live in Dowds, so I'm so happy to be back in Fairfield, just physically and really being involved as much as I can. And
you get to talk to adults now.
I know, that's the truth. And some of these people I haven't seen once since I've been a stay-at-home mom.
Wow.
But I am very grateful for that opportunity. That was just perfect timing to stay home with the kids. But now it's back to adult life.
Well, and what we've learned is when you're a stay-at-home mom for 6 years and you go into daycare, the cooties come back.
Yes, that is very much true. Cooties is one word for it. Biological warfare is another word. They started at Cambridge Little Achievers, and I can't say enough praise about them. I was really nervous about going to a daycare, and they also made it a very seamless transition. The kids love it there.
Oh, wonderful. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Well, we will be at the awards banquet on Thursday. I get to show you off and let you meet 382 of my closest friends.
I got my diamonds all planned out. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody there.
Steve, aren't we glad she's back?
Oh, fantastic. You know, a few weeks ago when you teased that there was somebody new coming on board, I knew who it was going to be.
How did you know?
I knew.
The stars aligned. It was serendipitous.
In fact, I messaged Lindsey and said, I knew it was you.
That's right, you did.
I did.
You did.
I said, welcome back. I knew it was you.
Well, I'm glad because starting over at zero, the chamber is a different kind of cat. And if you have no background in it, it can be very overwhelming, especially with our biggest event of the year.
By the way, if you can't make it to the Chamber Awards Banquet, do know that first thing Friday morning here on 1570 KMCD and 95.9 Classic 96, we will have the announcement of the winners of the Citizens of the Year Award, because that will be announced on Thursday as well. But first things, Friday morning, we'll give it away on the air as well. So there you go. One other quick thing before I let you go today. Don't forget, I mentioned this earlier today, coming up on Friday of this week out the Walton Club, the legend that is the Fairfield band Full House will be making its triumphant return to the stage with all their great hits from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. That's at the Walton Club this Friday night with the music and dancing started at 7. And what this is, it's a fundraiser for our friends at the Fairfield First United Methodist Church, which is right down the street from the Hy-Vee studios here, and the Food Bank of Iowa as they continue to stock the pantries there for their program to help fight in food insecurities here in Fairfield. So again, that's Friday night at the Walton Club. Free will donation, 7:30 the music starts. Go out and see Full House. All right, ladies, always nice seeing you. We'll talk to you next week.
See you next week, friend.
It is 45 minutes past the hour. Your forecast, markets, and CBS News all on the way here on KMCD Classic 96.